First of all, Diana, that was an arranged thing anyway, so that's probably why. Because Diana was never this tight. She just was young. Because remember, he was like 15 years older than her. He was much older than her.
She was young.
She was 19 when she married him.
Mm-hmm. But I mean...
And he was in his 30s.
He had to do that to please everybody. But Camilla was his true love. I really, really believe that.
What do you mean you believe that? We all know it. It was true love. He was messing with Camilla before he met Diana.
Yeah.
When she was married.
Yeah, all them years I used to curse her out, and then I started watching some documentaries, and that's when I found out that he knew her way before Diana.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, when she was married, they was messing with around with each other. When she was married.
And it was like a threesome. Like 3 people in a relationship. Well, she knew, Diana knew what was going on. She just was taking it, you know?
Yeah, because it was like, well, what am I going to do? How am I going to stop him from doing it? But anyway, let's go.
Yeah. What's going on, everybody? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video. Hope you guys had a great weekend, having a good start to the week. I want to say, last week, when I did that video.
Which video?
When we did that, when we did that video, I didn't know that we were over 1,100 members.
You said it on the thing. You said it in the beginning. You said
I wanted us to get there.
I thought you said that we're or we're almost at 1,100.
Yeah, but we was already there. So we were like at 1,150, and I haven't checked the count now. But I do hope that you join those who have not. I mean, if you have not joined those, come on over and join us for $5 a month. Over on Patreon, you get the full Scorpion Show videos, uncensored, unfiltered. Just us. Thank you to those who are patrons.
Because YouTube keeps filter now.
Yeah. Yeah, every time we upload a video, flag. Okay, we're done with that. Yeah. So yeah, I hope. Where's my phone? I need my phone because my phone has the notes. So we've heard. First of all, it's been a lot going on, and I'm kind of disappointed because my Sunday nights have nothing going on right now. But let me tell you, I watched a movie that was first of all during the Super Bowl. The commercials were hilarious, but I watched Cocaine Bear. And
what is that on Netflix?
It's on Peacock, on the Peacock Network. And Mikkel, I watched that movie, and it is hilarious and it's scary.
Who stars in it?
Well, Ice Cube's son is in it.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a new movie.
Yeah,
Cocaine
Bear. It came out back in like March. It's already on. It's faces that you recognize, but who I really recognized was Ice Cube's son, and I can't remember his name. Okay. The movie is hilarious.
Ray Liotta.
Yeah, they did a little tribute to him at the end of the movie. Yeah, it was just hilarious and scary at the same time. And if you have the Peacock Network, it's $5. Another thing that's $5. If you want commercials, it's $5. If you don't want commercials, it's $10. I'm only subscribed to the Peacock Network because wrestling is on there, and I watch my wrestling for $5 a month. But they still be having like little exclusives, and they have Bel Air, which has been good this season. I just got to rewatch this episode that just happened, but I'm kind of mad that the parents are just now finding out that Carlton is doing coke. Like, y'all know, I don't know. I don't even want to get into it.
Well, they filmed this movie, Cocaine Beer,
a while ago.
Because Ray Liotta has been dead for a year now.
Yeah. But they probably didn't want to release it due to the pandemic. But yeah, that movie is good.
Now, is it a comedy or it's not a comedy?
It's a comedy horror, a horror comedy. I don't know what's the mix in between, but it really is. It is. And I just can't believe that I watched it and it was good. Check it out, y'all. That was my weekend. I didn't do nothing spectacular. I worked and stuff. What you do? I know you went on your trip with your church.
We went to go see this play called, I don't know if any of you ever heard of this theater called Sight and Sound. They have one here in Pennsylvania. I think they got one in Missouri and somewhere else. But they feature a lot a lot of biblical plays, which are really good. They're like the Christian version of Broadway. They use live animals in their play. It's really really good.
And it's sight and sound.
Yeah. We went to go see the story of Moses, and it was really good. It was I'm a part of our church's anniversary committee, so the anniversary committee sponsored the trip. We had a lot of people. We went shopping afterwards. We went out to dinner. This restaurant that I had never been to, but a few other people on the trip had been there, and the food was really good.
What's it called?
Miller's. It's out in Lakehead, yeah. Miller's Smorgasbord. Because we have a Miller's Ale here in Philly, but it's not the same Miller's out there.
Okay.
But it was good. We had a good time on Saturday. The rain held up.
Right.
We got caught up in that traffic. So on my way to church, I saw on the expressway, the side that I wasn't on was backed up. This was like, Kevin, 7-something in the morning. Our bus didn't leave.
That's because that car accident.
But we didn't know. Our bus didn't leave until like around 8:15 in the morning. And then we got on the expressway, and then we got on the side that the traffic was at. And, it was just horrible. Then finally, when we got up to close to where the accident was, one of the cars was still there. I didn't know until today. Now, mind you, this was Saturday. I didn't know until today what exactly happened. I knew it was an accident, but I didn't know what happened. But I was reading today, it was 4 people, an Uber driver and 3 of his passengers were killed. And then the person who caused the accident was not killed. Of course, it's always that way. But he is being charged with 4 counts of vehicular homicide. And he was drunk. And I'm like, oh my God. And that one car that we saw, I don't know if it was the one who did it. I think it was his car. That car was yeah, it had to be, because the other car was with the bodies in it. That car was totally mangled. And we saw it with our own eyes. It was a white Jeep.
And he survived?
And he survived. Yeah, it was horrible. It was hard. They said he crossed lanes and then ended up hitting whatever. But it had to have been his car, because on the news, the way they described where his car was at was where it was at that we saw it, on the side, on the shoulder. But it was just like, and then there was no other car there. It was just that one car. So the car with the bodies, they definitely, took that away. But, Kevin, the traffic was horrible. We still made it to the place on time, but it was just like, wow, like, this is horrible. Like, and then to find out exactly what happened, like, it was sad. But I had a good...
How long was the play for?
The play is for 2.5 hours.
Damn.
Of course, you know me, I'm always busy on those trips. So when I got back home, 9:43 is the last time I remember.
That it was over?
No, 9:43 is the last time I remember when I got back in the house.
Oh, okay.
Because once I looked at my phone, it said 9:43, and I didn't wake up until 8 o'clock the next morning. I was exhausted. I was exhausted. And I kept saying it towards the end of the trip. And everybody kept saying, I know you are. You're doing all this running around. When you're the host of something, you just want to make sure
everything is done right.
Oh, God. It was just like, baby. We had some raffles on the bus. We had a good time. We had a really good time. It was really nice. A good day. Like I said, the rain held out because it was supposed to rain here, too. Did it rain here?
It rained here like around 1 or 2. Yeah. Like a little sprinkle. It wasn't nothing major.
Yeah, because where we were at, when we got to the shopping, it was like it was an outlet. So when we got there, everything was cool, and while we were there, it started sprinkling, but it wasn't nothing like you had to run, and it was just, and then it stopped.
Yeah.
There was no more rain.
Some people walk around with umbrellas like me, but
yeah.
The rain wasn't so bad.
No. So that was my weekend. I had a good weekend.
That's good. Now, we found out, like, this past weekend before it started, I don't even remember which day, Jamie Foxx's daughter, Corinne Foxx, posted that Jamie Foxx is recovering. He had a medical emergency. He suffered from a medical emergency. And, you haven't really heard a lot of people speculate. The first thing that came to my mind, and I just convinced myself that it was a stroke. That's the only thing I could think of.
I started hearing something about an aneurysm.
It could be that too.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it has to be either one of those. Well, it could have been a stroke. It could have been an aneurysm.
I don't know. That's what I just started.
Yeah, but it wasn't, like, after the speculation went away, I just convinced myself that it was a stroke. But I do hope that he's recovering. Well, they say he's recovering fine. And, take all the time you need. Get your rest. Like, I've never seen so many Jamie Foxx posts on Instagram. I know he loved Jamie Foxx, but I didn't know the love for him was that big.
Jamie Foxx is very unproblematic.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just an unproblematic. He's just an unproblematic.
I'm trying to think. Has there ever been a scandal with Jamie Foxx?
If it has, you don't remember it because he's just an unproblematic person. Like he sings, he acts, and whenever you see him, he's always having a good time. So
yeah. And I loved his show. Y'all know my show Shazam, and he got one of the girls fired. I don't think he got one of the girls fired, but somebody got fired because his daughter damn sure is still on the show. Whoever was the DJ, she got fired. But I don't think he did it. He probably suggested, hey, put my daughter in. And Jamie Foxx, I hope you get well soon. And again, take all the time you need. And hopefully you'll be back on stage to tell us, in a comedic way of what happened. Mm-hmm. Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman has been trending on Twitter because of a recent interview he did. They asked him about an interview that he did back with Mike Wallace on 60 Minutes. Mm-hmm. And he said that Black History Month is an insult. Mm-hmm. And he also said that the term African Americans is an insult. Mm-hmm. Now, he said that why would you just relegate on Black History? He said, why would you relegate for Black History, why would you relegate it to just 1 month? And he felt that the term African Americans, we should not use the term, and he was just saying more like black. Mm-hmm. I feel like I can use African American. I'm okay with using African American. I'm okay with saying black. That part, I don't feel like it's an insult. Yes, Black History is every day. I'm glad that we do get a spotlight on it, just like different things or different diseases and different traumatic events have their months. I see there's nothing wrong with elevating our race and letting our people know that, we are amazing. Mm-hmm. And all the things that we as black people contributed to society, because we are systematically oppressed in this country. And I think that it's okay to describe yourself African American. He's saying like, oh, well, people from Europe, they don't call themselves European American. I hate when I hear that. Mm-hmm. If we knew where our ancestors were from, we would say mm-hmm. that country. It's not like we think that Africa is a country. According to when I was in school, Africa is a continent with 53 countries. I hope there's still 53 countries. But we don't know exactly where we come from in Africa. So that's why we say African American. Just like someone from Nigeria would be a Nigerian American. Because that's the country that they're from and they live in America.
Well, what's so interesting, because first, the interview, I've known about this because Morgan Freeman is probably the first celebrity that I've heard speak out and say that they weren't for the whole Black History Month and African American. Me personally, I don't have a problem with either or, the African American or Black History Month. I'm going to start with Black History Month. I don't have a problem with Black History Month because, a lot of people, we make jokes about it, and, some people complain about the fact that it's in the month of February and it's the shortest month of the year, blah, blah, blah. I don't have a problem with it because I think that Black History Month, while all of us should be celebrating our Black history all year long, I don't think it's anything wrong with taking a month out of the year and recognizing the accomplishments of Black people in this country or even around the world. Mm-hmm. I kind of look at it like our birthdays. We recognize our birthdays once a year. We recognize the fact that we're turning a new age. That's how I look at Black History Month. Every year, we're not even just recognizing people like Dr. King and Malcolm X and Sojourner Truth and Harriet Tubman and all them, but we're also recognizing new trailblazers in the Black community. You know what I mean? Because every year you're finding out about a new black person who has discovered this or who has been the first that, whatever the case may be. Kind of like I like The View. Every year they during Black History Month they do a spotlight on a black person in this country who has done some great things, and a lot of the people that they spotlight I've never heard of before, and it's amazing that we're able to have that. So I don't have a problem with Black History Month. I have no problem with that at all. And then people say, "Oh well, there's no such thing as White History Month." Yeah, because white people were not oppressed in this country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were oppressors, not the oppressed in this country. Another thing with the term African American. African American, the term didn't even come up from white people. It came up from Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson in the 80s wanted to move from blacks, us saying black people, to African American. So it wasn't even them who started calling us African American. It was one of us who said maybe it's something, because remember, back in the day, they were using the term Afro-American. And Afro-American really wasn't a term that kind of really stuck. People were saying it, but it wasn't a term that was sticking. And then you went from Afro-American to black. You know what I mean? Now I'm black. I don't have a problem with saying that I'm black. Listen, I'm black. I ain't got no problem with saying that. Hey, I'm black. But I also don't have a problem with saying African American either. I don't think Jesse Jackson and the whole crowd at that time in the 80s were trying to be offensive. I think that they were I think Jesse Jackson was just trying to, trying to have a term that we could connect with that just seemed a little bit I don't know. But I can't speak for it. Yeah, I can't really speak for what he was actually trying to do, but I don't have a problem with it. Now there are some black people who have a problem with it. There's some black people who have a problem with African American. There's some black people who have a problem with Black History Month. That's fine. Fine. You have a problem with it? That's fine. I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with either one, because I know at the end of the day my name is Mikal.
No, but you know what? What I hate when he. I don't like some people oh well, I'm not just black. Yeah, that's okay to be more than just black, because we all wear different types of hats. Right. But let's not act like being black. I don't want to say it's a bad thing, but
being black is definitely not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. Yeah, definitely. But I just feel like some people I don't know if they're trying to just be too smart, but I just don't like when people try to downplay me and say I'm black. Don't just look at me as just a black person. But that's what people see when they see you. We're going to see that you're black, and then we're going to see who you are underneath everything else. But I don't like when people say I don't see color, because that's the first thing we see when we see people.
And that's a lie when someone says that they don't see color.
I don't like that. I don't think that it's something that's, that people should say. Because yes, you're going to see my color first. But I hope that you don't judge me based on how you, when you first see me. Right. But that's not the case for a lot of people. And I just don't like when they, when certain celebrities get to a certain point, like Idris Elba. I don't consider myself a black actor, but you are a black actor. You are a black actor. And when they see you, they see black. Just like so many people could have been movie stars. We had a limited amount of movie stars back in the day. But just imagine if these movie studios start to give black people these stars. I mean, these roles, leading roles. A lot of them felt like, no, we're not going to give it to you because you're not going to put an ass in the seat. And we feel like you're not connected enough. But if you make something good, we're going to come. Right. We are going to fucking
And to be honest with you, for us, it doesn't matter. Well, and it's crazy because they don't understand it. But for us, we don't care nothing about that. If you are good at what you're doing, we're going to support it. Yeah. We don't care if you're Denzel Washington or George Clooney, Meryl Streep or Viola Davis, right. Julia Roberts. Or,
we know, if anything, we know all of them.
Yeah, we know all of them, but they don't know all of us.
No, they don't.
You know what I mean? and we don't care. We don't care, about any of that. We, like you said, we see color,
Right, we do.
but we also see talent too. So it's like, I have been to some movies though where I watch a movie and I say, wow, this person did a really good job. Mm-hmm. But I could also see this actor doing this role too.
Right.
And that's probably because I'm into that whole, acting thing. Mm-hmm. But, they all are good. They all are good. It's just unfortunate that we still have to keep hearing about, black actors, having to fight for roles because executives and studios don't think that these actors are going to put asses in the seat. But we've clearly seen that they put asses in the seat. Yes. Look at Dreamgirls in 2006. Look how successful that was. Yes. Everybody went to the movies to see Dreamgirls.
You know how, man, I used to come home from work.
You understand what I'm saying?
And just to look at different clips Entertainment Tonight would have, like hyping up the movie.
Right. Look at, go ahead.
I was going to say, even when Beyonce did the Hollywood diet. Mm-hmm. And then we got the clips. Like they kept showing little brief clips of Jennifer Hudson and everybody was like, right. Yes, I can't wait for y'all to see it. People were in tears on the set. Like,
look at, and not just Dreamgirls. Look at Precious. Mm-hmm. That was another movie that put asses in the seat. Like these movies, they put asses in the seat. I don't know why people think that. Oh, no, you mean y'all not gonna go see it, mm-hmm. But we gonna go see it.
They probably feel like it's a waste of time putting money behind that movie if we're not sure it's a hit.
Well, if we run to the movies and go see it, we know a hit. Yeah. And let's be honest. If they're really concerned about Kevin, if they are going to go see it, if their people are going to go see it, I don't know if my neighbor Kathy and her husband Russ are going to go see a film like Precious.
And it's okay.
Well, it's okay because Belinda and Mr. Harold, they going to go see it. Okay, fuck about Kathy and Russ.
Yes, you know what? I was just talking about Precious when I was at work the other day, and because they were talking about our video. But I was like, you know what? When I first watched Precious, I was so sad when that movie went off. But after we did that video,
I laughed. I told you I laughed through half the movie, and Amber kept telling me to shut the fuck up because I went to go see it with her. She kept saying, "What is so funny?"
It's not a comedy.
It's not a comedy. If you ask Amber today, Amber tell you I was in that movie theater laughing. And Amber kept saying, "Will you stop laughing? Because I don't know what's so funny." Bitch, this is hilarious.
She said, Who's gonna love me?
Who's gonna love me?
Since
that part when she took that chicken and you know every fucking thing. So you got this one sitting over here looking like an animal.
She said, "Did you bring that bitch to my butt?"
When she threw that wig on, when that social worker came over and told the little girl to sit on her lap. And y'all don't think that was funny?
Oh. She said, "You want to look down on me like you's a fucking woman?"
Yeah. Cause you think you're cute because you're up there fucking my man, huh? What? What is going on in here? Can you imagine you hear your neighbors arguing and you hear one of them say, "So you think you're cute because you up there fucking my man?" What? Stop. Was that her father or just Monique's boyfriend?
Oh, no. That was Monique's boyfriend and that was her father.
And that was Precious' father?
Yeah.
Did she know that was her father, though?
I believe she did.
Because that's why the little girl came out. The baby, the daughter came out a little slow.
Because the bloodline was too close. Way too close. That is horrible. But it really happens.
Yeah.
Like, that stuff really happens. And
I was watching something and I don't know if it was with you or somebody, but recently I was watching or saw something and somebody said, "Oh, it was with you." But what were we looking at? It was something on the news. And it was something we were looking at. I think the last time I was here, it was something on the TV. And you said, "Oh, I know they sleep with their cousins." What was we looking at?
I don't know.
Was it Jeopardy or something? There was somebody on TV.
Yes.
And you looked at them and said, yes. And I looked at the person and said, yeah. Because it looked like somebody.
I know his parents are related.
Yeah, his parents are related. Yeah. I knew somebody said that.
We were watching. Oh my God. One of the people that came on MSNBC.
Oh yeah.
From Tennessee. Yes. He was from Tennessee.
That was last week, and I remember that. I said, wait, somebody said that. And he did look like somebody who would have parents as parents as cousins.
Yes. And then I was like, all right, he's going to sound funny, but then he sounded regular.
But he looked
oh my God,
like his mother and father are first cousins. Now, I know some of y'all probably wonder, how does somebody look like their relatives are related? This man looked like he had.
It was everything going on. And that's why I said it. But I need to stop judging
Yeah, we have to.
Our country brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
But no,
It happened. And back in the day, they got married. They didn't just sleep with each other. They got married.
Kissing.
Remember, our president, FDR, he was married to his cousin. Eleanor Roosevelt was his cousin. That was his cousin. That was his uncle's daughter.
Did they have children?
Yeah, did they? They had like 8 kids. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
Yes, that was his cousin. His father was her. I'm gonna tell you right now, because she was like his second cousin.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they were cousins. Are you kidding me?
And I heard Rudy Giuliani and his wife was first cousins.
They probably was too.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Well, Rudy Giuliani is retarded. He's crazy anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, hello? Are you kidding me? You talking about crazy?
And what exactly are you looking for?
FDR, the actual, hold on, between him and his wife. Marriage, okay. He met, okay. Then began boarding his child. And 5th cousin once removed Eleanor Roosevelt, a niece of Theodore Roosevelt.
His 5th cousin?
Yeah. Now she was a niece. Really she was a. But so what? She was his cousin. I have 3rd and 4th cousins that they are cousins, and I'm not sleeping with them. Okay.
Do you have any cousins you would kiss?
No, I don't have no damn kissing cousins. Do I look like somebody to kiss a damn cousin?
Yeah, what cousins you would cousins? Like, ooh, we wasn't cousins.
No. No.
I mean, like, listen.
Hey, don't get me wrong. All of my cousins, we all look good. However, but you know what the thing is, Kevin? All of my cousins, we all look good. We all look good. But the thing is, we all grew up together as family. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, well, ew, no, I'm gonna kiss my damn cousin.
But if somebody you knew wasn't your cousin and he was fine as hell,
that's something totally different.
Okay.
You know?
I'm with it. But
wait, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to read this and then listen to what you're saying. It sounds like you're trying to catch me up. What did you just say?
Read it. They 5th cousins. They all right.
That's not okay. That's still not okay because they're cousins. That's not okay. Don't say this already. It's not all right. I don't know what's wrong with it.
I'm just trying to get you caught up on the cousin thing. That's all.
Okay, so Theodore Roosevelt, which was also one of our presidents, was her uncle. But Theodore Roosevelt to Franklin Roosevelt's father, they were like cousins or something like that too. But they were family. They all family because they all shared the last name Roosevelt. Like her last name was Roosevelt before she even married her husband.
Oh my God.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That was already her last fucking name. So it's not like they were that far apart. That was already her fucking name, Roosevelt. Because they were all fucking cousins. Hold on. Yeah.
Was her parents related?
I don't fucking... They could have been. The hell if I know. Yeah, see? Anna Eleanor Roosevelt was born in Manhattan to socialite Anna and Elliot Roosevelt. Through her father, she was a niece of President Roosevelt. Through her mother, she was a niece of tennis champ. Oh, well, I don't know about that part. Roosevelt had 2 younger brothers, Elliot Jr. and Hall. She also had a half-brother, Elliot Roosevelt. Yeah.
And I wish they stopped using that term half. That's my sibling. That's my brother and my sister. I don't introduce my this is my half sister. No, don't do that.
I don't know why you do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah. So she never had to change her last name because her last name was already Roosevelt.
Roosevelt. Santos. Some people do it. You know that.
Do you have a cousin that you would sleep with?
Not yet.
Not yet? That's disgusting. That means that they weren't born yet.
Be like, what you mean?
You said not yet.
That means because you
would know if you have a cousin alive today that you would sleep with.
Right, and I don't.
Oh, well then why are you saying not yet?
Because you probably meet a cousin you never met before and you found out that's your cousin.
No, no.
You probably done cut up with a cousin and didn't even know it.
See, that's the thing. Majority of us are all here in Philly. Well, I have a big family, but we all were raised here in Philly. Like we all are here in Philly. Now, of course, you got some family, of course, down south or whatever. But the family that I deal with is the ones up here. Like my grandmother, her kids and grandkids and great grands, and then her sister's kids. We all up here in Philly. Mm-hmm. Now my grandfather, a lot of his family is over in Jersey, but we deal with them. Mm-hmm. They're the McClendons, so we deal with the McClendons. Before my grandmother got married to my grandfather, she was a Macbeth. And then she married my grandfather, who was the McClendon. We deal with them over in Jersey, so it's not like we don't know them. They only cross the river. We deal with them.
Where the Macbeths? Where the Macbeths?
Well, my great grandfather, which was my grandmother's father, he was one, I think, of 13. Now, my great grandmother, my grandmother's mother, she didn't have any siblings. She was the only child. Now, his family, my great grandfather's family, they all come from down south, and then he migrated up here, up north. If I'm not mistaken, my great grandmother was born up here. I don't think she was born down south. I think she was born up here. But my great grandfather, he was born down south. So the Macbeth, his people are down there. It was only my great grandmother and her mother, and they were already up here.
I don't even hear that last name. So if I hear the last name Macbeth, they
you don't. It's just the old name, But yeah. But yeah, we're all up here. Now, of course, we all have family all over the country, but,
because the Simmonses are everywhere.
Yeah.
They in every damn state up and down this East Coast.
Right. The family that I grew up with are all up here. That's my grandmother's children, and then my grandmother had 3 sisters, but only 2 of them had kids. The oldest one, she was never able to have children. So my Aunt Dot, my Aunt Gladys, I grew up with their grandkids and so we all grew up together. So I know all of them. So anybody else, I don't know.
I mean, that's your cousin. Oh, I didn't know that before.
It's not going to ever get to that. Okay, just believe it. They can get the fuck to that.
So can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
I need you to explain the text message where you asked about the girl's family. When is the next barbecue? We need the backstory. A Patreon exclusive. So they said, no, Mikkel, you can't go to the next one.
Well, it wasn't my family reunion. This wasn't my family reunion. I had a good time. And I don't drink.
And was y'all talking about people's husbands and stuff?
No, I was drinking. They said in the message. I was drinking. I had a good time. I wasn't talking about nobody's husband.
Oh.
Did you see the video they sent me?
Did you see
the video they sent me?
No.
You didn't see the video they sent me? No, of the Monique clip. You didn't swipe? That's a swipe.
I did swipe.
Well, then how did you?
Oh, yeah, I seen all of it. Yeah, I seen all of it. How about the whole thing?
I was to say, swipe. You missed the whole.
Yeah, so you really just had a good time.
Yeah.
Too much of a good time.
Too much of a good time. You saw I thought I lost my wallet in the cousin's car. Right. Come to find out it was a pair of pants.
Yeah.
That I didn't even know I had on.
Oh, you were going. You were lit.
We had a good time. We had a good fucking time. And they have really nice looking people in their family. And me being fast, no. I was flirting. That was the perfect clip for me. It went from flirtation to prostitution.
Right, I seen that. And I was just like, bro, what the fuck happened? You showed your ass.
Had a good time.
Play that video. Play the whole thing.
I said, wow, that's for me. Yeah.
You became a complete embarrassment. You got drunk and lost all composure. You were sexually explicit with every man here. It stepped out of being flirtatious and it stepped into being prostitution.
Well, not every, just 2. But just 2. I had a good time. Everybody was having a good time. They were celebrating one of their cousins coming home from jail.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, it was a funky
Yeah,
good time.
funky good time. Everybody's celebrating the cousin that's been in jail for the past 7 years, and he got out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was over there.
What did the cousin that got out of jail look like? Is that when you went to Freeman? I can't stand you. Was his girlfriend there when he got out?
What girlfriend? They just got out of jail.
Okay. So he ain't had nobody holding on at the all.
I don't know, and I don't give a fuck. I know what I was holding on to. Shit.
Do you think he was my type at all?
No.
He
No.
wasn't thick.
He probably was definitely my type. You know the type I like, the streets. Listen.
A damn mess.
And the cousin's been, so everybody was just, oh, that's Mikkel. I knew the cousin before they went to jail.
You did?
No, I said I knew the cousin before. I knew the family.
Okay.
I know the family.
And you trying to help him get back on his feet?
Yeah, no, not like that.
Oh, no. Oh, Mikkel.
I sent a few care packages in the past. But
I'm about to say you still put money on that man's books.
when he first went to jail.
Okay, he's still calling you. You know what I'm talking about?
Who?
Is he still calling you the one he used to call
Oh,
you?
no. Oh, no. You talking about my friend. That's my friend. No.
Oh, that's your friend?
Yeah, I'm not talking about that person. I'm talking about somebody totally different.
Oh, I'm talking about the one.
Who was calling me, annoying me?
Yes.
No. That's not who I'm talking about in these messages.
But no, I know that.
Oh.
That's because the other one is going for a long
Yes,
time.
yeah.
I already know that. Yeah.
We're not coming on. No.
But that
you
was
asking
your friend.
who?
The one that's in jail now.
Yeah, that's my friend. We grew
Okay.
up together. Yeah, we grew up together.
Okay, yeah. But you don't put no more money on his book.
I wasn't putting money. No, I was putting money on his book. I was putting money on his, I guess, for like the phone, whatever it was. That was my friend. We grew up together. You know what I mean? Like, grew up together. And it's a sad situation. I kept telling him, you need to come back home. Come back home to Philly. Come back home to, no, you don't understand that. No way.
Hold on, run it back. I say, north side, that's the side I'm repping. If you act crazy, I'ma hit you in your chest. Niggas acting crazy and the bitches acting crazy, I'ma come through your block and let it off these daisies. That's the sound. Niggas act crazy, I'ma put them in the ground. I say pull up,
She can really sing.
pull up, side it up. Niggas act crazy, I'ma pull they drawers.
She sounded like Countess Vaughn.
Yeah. But she did that Jill Scott.
She looked like Cleo from Set It Off with Them Braids. And Biggie Smalls. But yes, all right.
and I just seen her crying on one of them YouTube
Please, you're
videos.
gonna see her doing a lot of things. You had to see this one video when she was on YouTube on live, and she was in the bathroom and had a pair of her drawers hanging up on the door. Somebody zoomed in. It was all types of brown and oh, it was so embarrassing. And I don't think she realized, and it was hanging on the door.
Why was it hanging? Because if I see brown or anything, it's going right in the washing machine.
In the trash.
No.
No, this type of brown was not washable. It was just like, is that
Stain.
blood or is that shit? What is that?
You know what? Leave that lady alone. She identifies as a lady. Okay.
Oh, it's on what's the name? I typed it in to see if it come up. No.
Wait, they zoomed in there?
No, not so, but look how back her feet are.
You know what Gigi told me a long time ago?
If a bitch feet is dirty, her pussy is her ass is dirty.
That's right.
Because that's the first thing that touches the damn
And
tub.
she said when it's not
And that's
right,
not just for a female, it's for a man too.
she said when it's not right, you gotta get up and leave.
The yellow drawers. They had zoomed into that.
Wait, you done screenshot.
Because I can't zoom in on the video.
Why not?
Let's see what's going on my phone.
It's really a stain on some yellow drawers.
And I don't think she realized it.
But why was it hanging?
It was probably drying off. She probably watched. Kevin, I wasn't there. I don't know. I'm just trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm not.
What else we got? We went from African. That was just one topic. Okay. Congratulations are in order to the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback, Jalen Hurts. He will be the highest paid NFL player ever. And he just, in the NFL. And he just signed a deal with the Eagles to play for us for the next 5 years for $255 million. And I believe from what I read, $171 million, or it could be $191 million of that money is guaranteed. And he can earn a potential $15,000 more dollars.
With an all-woman
team.
Backing him, manager, agent, account, all that, all women. Wow. And I think like maybe three out of the 5 I think are all black, and the other 2 are white. Like, come on now, Jalen Hurts. I know that.
I love it. You know, once everybody starts seeing his sex appeal, it turned me on. Because I'm just like, he's cute. But if you didn't know he was the football player, would you stop for him?
Right. Nice looking, handsome guy. However, if I walked down the street and I saw him, oh, he's nice looking, and I keep walking. One, because Jalen Hurts is not somebody that I would
cut up with. Right.
I mean, I would cut up with. Yeah, but that's not somebody I would. Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm gonna look at it. No.
Right.
No. Now for $250 million. I'm gonna stop, look,
everything. I'm gonna stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop.
Keep dropping my pencil to bend over to pick it up, and keep tying my shoe. Hey, what's going on?
Everything. Bend and snap.
No, if I snap, I'm gonna get back up. His knees don't work.
Wait, they sure don't. So you think I'm getting on my floor in this? No. You need to lay down. Lay your big ass. Look how. I like them all big.
Yeah, y'all can't do nothing on the floor. You have to
big, black.
Where'd you find him at?
Can't tell you.
The Subway.
Lies.
That's where you find most of them at. The Sub.
Stop it.
You do. You find most of them at the Sub.
Nah. First of all, you know this is.
That's them?
Yes.
They're not big. I'm thinking they're like big face.
No.
Face.
No.
Well, I don't want nobody that way. That look like that.
It don't matter.
Oh, I seen the beard. Yeah. Let me see the face.
No.
Kevin, I don't want nothing like that. That's not my type.
No.
Let me just see.
No.
Why? I'll show you who I cut up with.
No.
I always show you who I cut up with.
Because it's really on some DL stuff.
Oh, you think I'm going to go and tell? Oh, guess. I don't even know who that is. I just said I want to see the picture. I don't want to see the name. I want to see the picture.
You know what? No.
Oh, okay.
But it's a. I'd be like, I know you don't do this with your girlfriend.
Oh. Where'd you meet them at? On the app? Well, if they DL, you have to have met them like on the app or outside.
Let me tell you this.
I don't think he met you outside.
No.
He met you on the app. Because if he's DL, he wouldn't have said anything to you.
So let me tell you.
You're lying. You found that picture on Google.
You right.
Go ahead. Tell us the story. Tell us the story. Go ahead.
Okay, if I meet anybody that, first of all, nobody. Oh my God, this drink is hitting me. They talk this DL life, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, but if you hit me up on the app, there's no way I'm inviting you to my place without us ever FaceTiming. And some of them get caught up in this DL thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, listen, I'm all about being safe, everything. But if you think I'm giving you my address, and I don't know what you look like, you out your fucking mind.
You out your fucking mind.
I said, would you give your address to somebody just to come to your house?
That's right.
And I said, well, that's the extent.
Oh, they didn't want to show the face at first.
Yeah, they always do that.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Cause like, listen, no, like,
I don't be, first of all, I don't be no
I
that.
just want to be anonymous. No.
Whatever app y'all on, do you already have your pictures and stuff up? So they know who they talking to, right?
We just see what we already see the pictures.
No, but I'm saying you didn't see what they looked like at first. That's why you said FaceTime.
Right. I like to see everybody's face.
But I'm saying, did he see you before y'all FaceTime? Like, do you have a picture?
Yeah,
that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, that's how you draw him in. But
that's how you drew him in? From your picture. Oh.
So, can I tell you, I'm having a good time right now.
So his profile, he didn't have a picture. It was like one of those blank.
So you know, I'd be like, listen, if you scared to show your picture, don't hit me.
Right.
Don't waste my time with this bullshit.
Right.
Because we know what we're here for.
Right.
But you just can't come here and I don't know what you look like.
Right. Is he married? I'm gonna stop asking you questions because I feel like you're making this all up.
He just wanted to see the pictures so I could show him.
No. I don't want to see the picture anymore. I saw that he had a beard, and he wasn't big. You made it seem like he was big. No, that's not big. He's tall. He just has a stomach. He's not big. When you said this big black, first of all, he wasn't even black. He was brown skinned. I'm thinking.
Now Mikhail is just.
First of all, I think you're talking about that black, like that jacket.
No.
Yeah, because you described him as big and black.
He is big and black.
That's not how I look at big and black. Big and black. You know what's big and black?
Different.
You know what's big and black? That comedian, that fat guy. That's the comedian. On Comic View, who eyes used to pop out and he sound like he's breathing hard. That's big and fat to me. Big and black.
But no. Well, we just have a difference of opinion because he's definitely taller than me.
Yeah, but you said big, so I'm assuming weight-wise big.
He is big. First of all, his height is tall. His body weight was thick.
First of all, I saw from his legs on up, and he has small legs.
He's not big. Well, yes, he is. We have a difference of opinion. You know my type.
I do, and I didn't think that would be your type.
Oh, Lord.
You know who's your type?
No. No, because no, I don't even know what he look like. But
I'm about to show you.
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm about to show you. Don't say no until you see.
Because if his body is no, see, no, I can already tell. That ain't my type.
It is definitely not. I don't know.
But not his face. The body, but not their face.
Oh, the body's your type.
I like I do like that. But it's the whole. That's another lady. That's a lady.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Most definitely.
But you could look at them and tell they're not from here.
Oh God, no. God, yeah, you're right about that. God no. All right, let's move on. But you're right. You're right.
I can't believe you're trying to tell me he was big and black.
No, he's not big and black, Joe.
No. But let me just say, I just had a good time these past couple nights.
You should. You should have.
We all should. What's next? Wendy Williams. No, let's talk about Pete Davidson. So Pete Davidson, you know, he's been on his little interview rounds.
That's a DM about that little boy that got shot.
When? Today?
The little boy who was shot by the neighbor went to go.
Oh yeah, I got this. Oh, we gonna get to that. So, what I was just saying. I forgot what I was just saying.
Pete Davidson.
Yeah. So he happened to have this conversation about his thing. He said, he don't see what's so fascinating about it.
About
because
what?
His thing.
About his dick?
Yeah, because he said it's not too big, it's not too small. But I guess it's big enough because it's just right. And he said...
Pete Davidson, the one that Kim Kardashian was messing with?
Yes. It's not... He said it's not to the point where it's not enjoyable and it's not to the point where it works. So you will enjoy yourself and it won't hurt.
Who did he tell this to?
A radio station.
Why? Did he
Because
tell
they
them
start talking about, yeah, could you get around, you know, they start asking about his thing. So,
I hope he's not carrying nothing around with him.
like a disease?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope not.
Because it ain't nothing to brag about that you get around. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like to have a good time. I love to have a good time. But I'm not going to be out here bragging about me having a good time. Well, actually, I
Do you think it's different when celebrities get together? You think they make each other test each other and stuff?
No, I don't think so. I think that I definitely don't think that. But I definitely believe that a lot of them don't use condoms. That's why all of them be pregnant by one another because they ain't using no fucking condom. But they
That's
should.
anybody. If you don't wear condom, you end up being pregnant. And even if you didn't nut and you still could have premature ejaculated. And
Yeah.
yeah, you can still get a baby from the head. Yes, it's true. So,
Next topic, because I don't even know why we talked about
No,
that.
because I
that's
want to
disgusting.
talk about size.
Oh. I was about to say, where are we going with this?
Because I wanted to talk about the size.
Of him?
No.
Oh.
But, I mean, what could be the point where it's just like, bitch, no, or is this, I'll try it.
I don't think, first of all, I think a lot of men have average penises. And Pete Davidson may be just one of those average penises men. Now, of course, you got some men who have really long penises. And then you have some men who have really small penises. But I think that, like, for instance, there's somebody that I know personally who has a penis like this. And this is no exaggeration. Just like this. But this person has hard. And this person has a lot of kids. So I'm like, wow, a woman actually let you get her pregnant because your thing ain't big.
But how did he show you?
It doesn't matter. But just imagine you with somebody and you be like, bitch, you got kids, and what the hell is these girls thinking laying down with you? You got kids and they ain't letting you get them pregnant? Because, I mean, what the hell? What the fuck is going on there? Like, wow, somebody actually let you get them pregnant. But apparently it doesn't matter to a lot of women. And so it doesn't, yeah. And you know what's so crazy, though? Because it matters to guys. Right. It doesn't really matter to a lot of women.
Yeah, it don't matter because they always say it's about the motion, it's about the stroke. It's not about the size. I heard a family member said you can have a big thing and you don't even know what to do with it.
That's true.
So, you know, some people like...
You can have a thing, period, and not know what to do.
Let me say, I don't need nothing... When I do it, I don't need nothing extravagant. Well, let me be careful how I say that. But if I do decide I want to do something with it, I don't want nothing all like
Too big?
humongous. No, I want average.
Yeah, because some people know what they can take and what they can handle, and sometimes something extremely huge, people be like, listen, it's good to look at, it's good to...
Right, it's good to suck,
but I don't want to take that.
No.
So,
and then you try to be like, just be still, don't move. No. I said, this is not enjoyable for me.
Yeah.
I had to say that. Like, I am like, you think it's fun, you having a good time, but I'm not. I'm gonna have a good time. So you can't do that to me. Stop.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Good time.
I don't need an absolute body. Like, that's just, and then it's, no. That's...
I know. That's disgusting.
Like, no, like, it's like the pornos. Like,
But you know, these sex workers take
I don't want to
stuff
be
like
stressed
that.
like that.
Sex workers take stuff like that. It is, and then they take it so, like it's nothing. You're like, wow, you must really be having sex a lot to take
I be
something like that.
like, what do I have to do? And then, like, because I like my thing. But some people just be like, they whole just be just like, I can't. It's just stick to the regular, stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're
used to. Because I know you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all.
But I think you're moving
way too fast.
way too fast.
Too fast. And you're not gonna move fast like that over here.
Nicki Minaj has a record label and it's called Heavy on it, and she recently signed Ice Spice. Now, this is the first time that we are ever talking about her on our show.
Who? Ice Spice?
Yeah, I've never mentioned her name. Never talked about a story about her. I don't really know too much about her. All I know is that her and T.I.'s son, they look alike to me. But I'm gonna say this: I had a chance to listen to her EP that she put out earlier this year, and some of her music, and it's not bad.
No, it's not. She's really
it's fun.
She's really making a name, or has made a name for herself, and she's been doing her thing. You know, I'm not into the whole, especially not with them, but I know who she is, and she's doing her thing.
It's a fun record, and I really hope to see more of her. And because it kind of gave me like a Missy Elliott vibe. Like the music was fun that you heard. You heard some throwbacks. But it wasn't like, I'm the baddest bitch. It wasn't none of that. It was like, ooh, I like this. And I do. So that's who I gave a chance this weekend. Because I really don't pay attention to all these new people. Like, I hear their name, Coi Leray, Ice Spice. Then you got these different singers out here. But I don't really give them the time of day because nobody don't really wow me. But I'm glad that I was like, okay, let me see what Ice Spice got. And she got some good songs. And now she's with Nicki. It's called Heavy on It.
That's the name of her record label.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous because when Nicki be out there arguing with people.
I know.
Like now you the boss of a record label.
I know, Kevin.
And what if you and Nicki have a disagreement?
I know.
What's going to happen?
Because Nicki Minaj can't control herself.
And she's an artist too.
Right.
So, you can be big, but really how big can you get under someone who does the same thing as you do? And that's why I think a lot of these record labels don't work. I know people talk a lot about Diddy, but Diddy did what he had to do because he wanted to be in charge. But he's an artist too. You can only be so big, but not too much. But what if you become so big that Nicki might be jealous of you? Will she stop your music from coming out? Or get it being played on the radio?
Well, I hope that doesn't become the case where she's jealous because that would be good for Nicki. Because it's her artist and she's making money.
But then, what if Ice is just like, I'm not feeling this label, they're not listening to me, they're not doing this and doing that. Will the Barbs really believe her? Or they're like, you're not being a subordinate?
First of all, we know that they're not. I mean, the Barbs are a totally different group of
I'm kind of nervous for her.
So,
I hope it work out.
I hope it works out too for her.
I don't see it being a good ending. It's not.
Yeah, I hope it works out for her too, Kevin.
But Nicki says she's doing more than rap. And it's not just going to be black people. So Nicki is saying that she's an equal opportunity employer. I do congratulate her on something, but I really hope that she does for these artists and not try to make them just like, you can't be bigger than me, but I can make you big.
But I can make you big.
I just hope that that's not what this label is about. But congrats to Nicki, keeping people paid and doing all that. Holly Bailey wants y'all to know that she doesn't like social media for the negative things. She could pop off, but she's not. And she said, I go hard for those that I love. So keep it cute, just like I have been keeping it cute. Now this has been coming to her coming to the defense of her sister Chloe, who released an album. And I seen that one of the boyfriends, either one of the friends of a current boyfriend or an ex-boyfriend, she came up in this
Holly's
situation.
boyfriend, the rapper DGG, whatever the hell his name is. He was on live with 3 of his friends. One of the friends brought up.
Like, why y'all on a fucking foursome?
And the thing is, the friend that brought her up and threw shade, he got a better chance of going down to the Philadelphia Zoo and going in the gorilla cage and trying to X one of them gorillas out on a date. Because there was nothing about him that I would think any woman would find attractive. And you on the thing trying to throw shade at somebody looking the way You look. Okay?
Yeah.
Just,
I just want Holly. I mean, I want Holly to keep it cute until after the Lion King is released. I mean the Lion King.
I was about to say Lion King.
The Little Mermaid.
4 years, 5 years. Okay.
I just don't want them to be like Disney, be like, no, we can't put you out there because the things you said.
Mm-hmm.
So just wait till this Disney check. It's already clear, but just wait till this promo is over and then pop off.
The movie comes out when? May?
Memorial Day weekend in a month.
Yeah.
And speaking of this movie, right? You know what? I'm kind of disappointed, and I don't know how to feel. So you know when Holly became the Little Mermaid, everybody was just like, "No, Little Mermaid is brown. Shouldn't be brown. She's white. All this and that." So now they did a casting of Lilo and Stitch. So they're doing a live version. So the person that's playing Lilo, she's not as brown as the character. She's much lighter, more to the whiter, says I got color in me side. And the internet is in an uproar. Now this is my thing. Because she's not as brown. So if we are going to call out Disney and all of these other places for choosing something lighter, how don't we understand how the other side feels when they see someone who was one race and now is a different race?
First of all, with cartoons, because that's what they are, cartoons, there is no race, okay? Whoever created these cartoons, they went in there and they colored the whatever, and you got some whatever, okay? We should already know that every cartoon, I mean, because we see something, we think that, okay, that's what it, but no. Prime example, Cinderella. We knew Cinderella as being this skinny white woman for years. And then Disney decided to recreate Cinderella, and they cast Brandy.
I wonder if Brandy got any racist treatment during that time.
So, you know, well, we would have been able to ask her that if you didn't have that falling out with her. You can't ask her that.
Because I didn't say that Monica is a bad girl.
So
we got 10 years.
We had to. I mean, it's people need to start understanding that these are cartoons,
but
they're not recreating history like, you know, the massacre at Rosewood, and they're saying that.
Right? When are they going to talk about that?
They're not recreating that. They're recreating cartoon movies, and they're casting them. You know, it's like, come on. I think the perfect casting of a remake, to me, when it comes to cartoon to live action, will always be The Lion King, because of the fact that they were able, and this is the only thing that I think was perfect. The fact that they were able to still get James Earl Jones to reprise his role as Mufasa. Because just imagine if James Earl Jones had died before that. Right. Who would have been able to, with that deep voice?
Keith. I want to say he played Bishop on
him.
Greenwood.
Yeah,
now
he probably would have. Yeah, and you know what? You're right. He probably would have. But the fact that they were able to get Mufasa, I mean the original Mufasa, to reprise that role all those years later. And then not only did he still sound the same, but you could still hear like that aging in the voice. But the fact that it was like, wow, like James Earl Jones still was living to reprise this role. And I don't even think he, if I'm not mistaken, I don't even think he went to like the studio to do the voice.
I think
they
right in the beginning.
To his house. They went to his house because it's an old man. And he's still living. Thank God he's still living. But the fact that they were able to do that, I think that's perfect. Everybody else, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Because I remember when I first heard that they were going to do The Lion King, I said, oh my God, I hope they get James Earl Jones. I hope he doesn't die before they make this movie.
Right.
And he didn't die. And they were able to use him. So every other movie, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. He was able to reprise his role, and that's all that matters.
But I think that right now, all right, the new live action we got is The Mermaid. It's not getting the buzz that you think that it should get right now.
Really? I keep seeing it everywhere. I see the trailers.
The
people
trailer
getting it.
and the kids singing.
Yeah.
But, okay.
That's promotion enough. First of all, it's April. It doesn't come out. You just said it don't come out until...
weeks.
Yeah, hello? I mean, wait until 2 weeks before it come out, and then because I don't need to...
How it need to be everywhere.
I don't need to get a headache from just oversaturated of The Little Mermaid. Let's wait 2 weeks before the movie come out, and then let's oversaturate the hell out of us. It's a month into
I don't see the billboards nowhere.
It's okay.
When the last
time you see a billboard for a movie, period? You don't.
I see them at the newsstands.
Oh, what newsstands? They don't sell newspapers no more.
Downtown.
Oh, they still sell newspapers. I thought everybody got their news from the internet.
Yeah, they do.
Oh. Well, how much are they now? Like $2?
No, newspapers are expensive.
How much are they?
Right now, the Daily News is $3.
Oh, no.
Do you remember how we could go get the Daily News?
For like 75 cents? Yeah, 50 cents, 75 cents, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I used to get my aunt pack of Cool 100s.
Your aunt? Or your mom?
My aunt.
Oh.
A Daily News and a Pepsi. But like when we would be home.
And that probably would be $2 or $3.
Yeah, it was cheap. Oh, cigarettes on $2.25. Okay, now a pack of cigarettes is like
$12.
$12.
Yeah.
You know, but not in those times. Pack up.
And the way these people smoke these cigarettes now,
mm-hmm.
and I mean they smoke them like they eating candy. No, you need to hold on to that pack of cigarettes. That cost you $12,
mm-hmm.
and you smoked that up in 2 days. Oh no!
You know, I think my landlord was trying to say something to me and my friends because we was outside chilling on the porch Saturday night,
mm-hmm.
and I think he had a stroke.
Who had a stroke?
The landlord. And then he said because his cholesterol was high, and he said, you know, I see y'all smoke, I see y'all drink, but I think he was just saying like,
y'all big.
No, he's like you need to take your health in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's because of what he went through.
Yeah, well, there's nothing wrong.
But I don't. But I mean, but I, you know, I lean.
Let me tell you something.
Well.
He didn't mean no harm. Because let me tell you something. Anytime somebody who has been through what he's been through, and if he can spread some words of encouragement, because let me tell you something. It's not what you want to hear, but let me tell you something. I work at a rehab, and I work with stroke victims, and it's a sad thing to see those people walking down that hall trying to regain their strength because now part of their body they cannot move it. So I mean, I get what you're saying, but then I also get what he's saying too. You know. Because nobody wants to be like that. And you know, you can have a stroke at any age. You don't have to be an old person to have a stroke.
Yes.
You don't have to be an old person to have a stroke. You really don't. I told you, when I started gaining this weight, my mom is somebody who don't like it. Yeah. My mom does not like it. My mom does not like that I gained this weight. And I go around a lot of people, oh no, you look, I don't like it either. And a lot of people know, girl, you don't look bad, you just have that stomach. You don't look bad at all. Because I mean, my arms and everything is still small.
Yeah,
but I just have this stomach.
You sound like me. After all of me, because y'all remember this, I used to put me through hell.
Yeah, I did. But now, you were bigger then. You lost weight. You're not as big as you were then.
I am bigger than what I was at that time.
You don't look it though.
But I know.
You don't look it. But yeah, my mom, you know, she didn't like when I started gaining this weight. She didn't like it at all. She just was like, no, that's not cool. That's not healthy. You know, she didn't like it. And sometimes you need somebody to be on your ass about it. Like,
so did you go back to the place you told me about?
What?
A couple weeks ago.
When I was working out.
Yeah.
I haven't been because I haven't had a free weekend. Like this weekend I was at the previous weekend I was at work. Mm-hmm. I haven't had a free weekend to go. But I'm definitely going back to him, and I need to hit him up to let him know that I'm coming back to him.
You already did the hard part?
Well, no, because I still have to, I mean...
no, but when you work out, like, and you hurt those muscles that need to be hurt, it's because you haven't used them in a while.
No, right, that's true.
So, once you get that out the way...
Yeah, but I still need to keep doing it until
that's
I can...
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I said you got to...
Yeah.
But,
I actually may go back this week because I'm off during the... no, it's not It's not about travel, Kevin, for me. It's not about travel. That's why I have a car. It's not about the travel part. The travel is not a problem. It was just trying to get up there on the weekend. But I'm actually off all this week during the daytime. So I may actually go up there this week. Yup, I may hit up one of his classes this week. So yeah,
You would. I think you would enjoy it.
maybe Thursday.
You sure? You gotta record.
Why? There's nothing going on Thursday. What's going on Thursday? What the fuck? I mean, that's record when something's going on, not just to record.
You gotta record.
If something go on Thursday, what the hell's going on during this week?
First of all, Fox News. Did we talk about Fox News?
What about
being
it?
sued for? Now they dropped it a little bit for $1.6 billion for lying about the Dominion vote.
Yeah, but until Fox News actually has to pay, I don't give a fuck about that. Because it's kind of like Donald Trump. You keep hearing about this, and you keep hearing about this.
But you're lying to people.
You know, well, we know they were lying. Hello, clearly.
But what do you say to people that watch Fox News?
And the sad thing about it is the people on Fox knew that they were lying.
Yeah.
They were getting upset when people were coming on the show and saying otherwise.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's not fitting our narrative.
Yeah, because they don't want they to lose that money. And when they was telling the truth, you see all the people was like, no, we're going to watch Newsmax. We're going to watch One American News. And Fox lost ratings. Because Trump fans didn't want to hear
The truth. They didn't want to hear the truth. They wanted to hear the lie. The big lie.
Yeah, I pray. Nobody has that much stardom or fandom over me.
Right.
To where I can't see past their bullshit.
Isn't that something?
Don't them Trump fans get tired of sending him money? Oh, this happened to me. Oh, they're locking me up. I need you to put money on this. Oh, I lost money.
Like $8 million.
Yeah, I need you to help me find the votes. Girl.
Who would have thought Donald Trump would have ever had that power? Because before he ran for president, nobody was paying him no fucking
and
money.
they all
princes. Now I love the princess.
Now, when Trump was running, there wasn't a rude person in there saying Donald Trump wasn't qualified.
Right.
All of a sudden, now when he start winning, oh, I'm gonna kiss his ass. Lindsey Graham is on TV crying tears.
He was.
Real
I saw
tears.
it. He was.
About
Donald
his
Trump got
indictment.
indicted. Yep.
And then it said, please give him, please donate to him. I think Trump is like, he got the real tea on them.
Yeah.
And he will expose them if they choose to stand up to him. He's petty enough to expose you. That's why they all like that.
Yep.
Especially Lindsay, girl, you could have came out the closet a long time ago.
And we wouldn't have cared. We wouldn't have cared.
We knew you ain't got no wife. We know you ain't got no kids. What you doing?
And who you doing it with? Who are you paying to do it with? Because you're paying somebody.
Because, bitch, you couldn't get me without a couple dollars. Lindsey Graham. First of all, I can't be like that. I can't talk like how I want. But some people just not for me.
And he's one of them.
Period. What else is going on? Taraji B. Henson on oh my God, on Abbott Elementary, amazing. I think she played a role so good that she's gonna get nominated for Best Outstanding Guest Actress or whatever. It's her. Please check out that episode on Abbott Elementary.
She might get a recurring role on the show.
I hope so.
Like playing Janine's mom every so often.
But I don't want her to be no beggar every time. Like, I mean, it was cute. It really was cute for that episode. But you never know. Because remember, Jennifer Lewis was only like supposed to be a one-off time. And then she ended up with a damn spin-off. Not a spin-off. A role. She went from recurring.
On what show?
Blackish. Remember, she went from being a guest to recurring to a season, what you call it?
Regular.
A regular. She did that thing on, we need to get her back on the show. Now let's talk about the last thing, because we got through everything. Is the shooting that happened in Kansas City, Missouri. A 16-year-old boy, Ralph Yarl. He was going to go pick up his siblings. Now, he ended up being on a street called 115th Street Terrace when he should have been on 115th Street. It's as simple as that. I guess the same number, same street, but one's a terrace and one's a street.
Right.
He got confused. Now, I literally kept reading all different types of news stories. So, the boy, Ralph, the young man, was 16 years old. He was shot through the door, and he was shot twice. So the man, when he got shot in the head, and then while he was on the ground, got shot again. So he got shot in the arm. He was able to get up and run away from the shooter. The boy ran to a lady's house, and they were telling her, you can't get next to him. You can't get next to him because...
Who was telling her that?
911. Because the shooter was still active and the shooter was still out there. We don't know where the shooter is. So they didn't want her to tend to him. And she was like, she had to do something.
Right.
So she grabbed the towels and to clean them up. She said she had blood all over her rail, all over her ground and stuff like that. Then we found out that the shooter is a white man in his 80s. A white man in his 80s. And you know, people were outside his house protesting.
Yeah, I saw a video of the protesters. Hundreds and hundreds of people outside his house protesting. As they should be.
Don't care.
And you know what else I saw today too? That they released that young man and he's now home recovering.
Yeah, he got released.
God is good.
Yes, he is.
And I'm so happy this is a story. And let me tell you something. This old man they need to take him to jail.
Yeah.
This is no staying your ground.
For 2 hours.
There's no staying your ground. It was an accident. First of all, it was a mistake that the guy, he knocked on the wrong door. Somebody knocked on the wrong door and you turn around and shoot them. And then you not just shoot them once. You shot them twice.
Mm-hmm.
No, he needs to go to jail. I don't care.
That's like somebody knocking on my door and I just get my gun and shoot through the door.
Just shoot through the door. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. He knocked on the wrong door. It's as simple as that. How many people have knocked on the wrong door, came to your house, knocked on the wrong door? Oh, this is not where they live at. And they go out.
I told you, somebody opened my door before. But
that's your problem, though. Because you leave the door unlocked.
But I think, let me go get a gun and shoot him.
No, you didn't. But
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't leave my doors unlocked. First of all, people, when they get in their car, I'm like, wait, how you get in your car and don't lock your door? People get in their car and just be sitting there chilling. Hello, lock the fucking door.
It's too cute.
Who's too cute? Who too cute?
I'm just messing with
you. Get in cars and don't lock your door?
I don't drive.
Bitch, are you kidding? Well, you let people in your house that you don't know at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. I forgot who I was talking to. Never mind.
Like I pick somebody up.
Forget I asked that question. It doesn't matter. Somebody knocked on your door at 3 o'clock in the morning and you opened the door and let them in.
I wasn't.
And they was in here for hours.
Okay.
I could have not had a co-host. I mean,
did you?
Don't see anything wrong with that. Does not see anything wrong with that. But anyway, yeah, I think that man needs to go to jail. You don't think that man needs to go to jail?
No. That's not. I think he should.
Yeah.
I kind of felt bad when I found out he was 80, but then I said, bitch,
no.
You old enough to know right from wrong.
Right.
Somebody knock on your door, you don't go shooting through your damn door because he ain't the color.
That little boy could have died, and thank God he didn't die. Thank God his injuries weren't as severe because if they were, can you imagine if they were life-threatening, he would still be in the hospital because this happened on Friday.
This happened, Friday night.
And this is Monday. So he's already home now. Thank God.
Oh, no, it happened Thursday night.
Even Thursday. Thank God he's home. Because some people get shot. Where I work at, a lot of people get shot and then they come to my job for rehab. Mm-hmm. Thank God he didn't have to go through that.
Yeah.
You shoot somebody through a fucking door. You shoot him once and then come out the house and then shoot him again. Like, what? Yeah, he needs to go to jail. I don't give a fuck if he goes to jail for a year. He needs to go to jail.
Yeah, so now you got scared because somebody black is at your door, so you shot.
Yeah.
And I'm so tired of these stand your ground.
I mean, but it's not, yeah.
Some of these people that's supposed to help, it doesn't. I'm just so tired of them and these guns. They're so scared, like, because they line your pockets with a couple $1 million. You don't want to say that guns are bad or this specific type of gun is bad. Like, yes, you do have a right to bear arms. But why do you need a weapon that can shoot 100 bullets in 30 seconds or 20 seconds? Why do you need that type of gun? They're trying to take away your gun. They're not trying to take away your gun. It's just that specific gun. There's no need for it if you're not in battle. If you're not on a battlefield, you don't need that type of weapon. I don't understand what's the purpose of it. And it's killing babies. It's killing people who are dying You know what? I just hate that these young boys in Philly are killing each other. There's going to be a big generation gap if these young boys keep killing themselves the way they do. Just imagine you have a child, you brought them in this world, and they only see 14 years. You can't even be a grandparent. They're not bringing no children in this world. Like, it's a generation gap. I'm tired of the young boys killing each other. I think that you parents, a lot of you should be more involved in what your children are doing and know what the hell is going on. But it's just freaking bad out here. Yeah. So I do think that they should arrest that 80-year-old man. I think they only let him out because he was an 80-year-old man, and they let him go in 2 hours. But there is no way to
That's
explain
not okay. Yeah, that's how can you
why
explain?
did you shoot him. Racism definitely played a part. You can't say that he threatened you.
No.
He probably knocked on the door. I hope that man had a Ring doorbell. And I hope that they do what's right down there.
I wouldn't even want to see the Ring doorbell because he shot him through the door. So that means that he opened the door and then shot the boy.
He knocked and probably.
Well, I'm saying he shot him through the screen door.
Yeah.
So because I'm sure he opened his front door, and then shot him through the screen door. Because if you ain't got no screen door and you shot him through the door, you damn sure ain't shoot him through a closed front door. So he had to open his front door and shot him through the screen door. And I wouldn't even want to see that on the Ring cam. You shoot this fucking boy like that and then come outside and shoot him again. This is somebody's child. Like, what the hell's going on in the world? Send his old ass to jail. I don't give a fuck what you do with him. Send him to jail. And he's married to who?
At 85. He has a wife that's 85.
I don't give a fuck what he got.
Or
that woman had to go to the hospital because she's for her 16-year-old son. I don't give a fuck about his 85-year-old wife. Fuck him and her. You shoot that boy through the door like that. Both of them kiss my ass as far as they can kiss it. Well, keep fucking kissing it. That boy could have been dead, Kevin. That boy's mom could have been planning his funeral today. Yeah. That's nothing. No. You don't do stuff like that. And can you imagine if one of us would have shot one of them? Talk for 2 hours, we'd have still been in jail.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You probably would have been arrested.
Yeah.
Stand your ground only works for certain people.
I never even heard of stand your ground law before George Zimmerman. When he shot Trayvon, I had never heard of that law before. And then all of a sudden it's a stand your ground
and it's not even stand your ground when a law enforcement is telling you don't go chase him, leave him alone.
Right.
And you still go.
And he telling him, oh no, I can't because I'm just tired of them doing. Tired of them doing what? Because that's what he said on the phone.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm just tired of them coming and terrorizing our neighborhood. Some shit George Zimmerman said. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Georgie. Remember that fucking juror?
And then the fact
she didn't even know
the
him.
fact that George Zimmerman is still alive and well today bothers me.
Yeah.
You got a lot of goons and you got a lot of and the fact that this
But don't send that dog whistle out to get him shot and killed.
Well, it's Kevin. First of all, I'm not sending no dog whistle out, but you and I both know it makes no sense that this man is still walking around, but like you just said, everybody's shooting each other.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's such a shame. It's going to be a big generation gap. These young kids just dying in families. You know, parents, mothers probably never have another child. They could have been their only child.
Yeah. And
they out here doing stuff in these streets. Like, y'all got to be on your children bad. Y'all got to be on their fucking neck. You see the gallery said, bitch, don't come here no more?
Yeah, they shouldn't go in there.
Don't come here. So, I'm sorry. They call it the fashion district. Now...
He's facing 2 felony charges. The man there's
felony.
It
should have been attempted murder. It should have been. Felony is right, but come on. I thought I was thinking misdemeanor. I'm like,
he's 85. 85-year-old Andrew Lester will face charges of assault in the first degree and armed criminal action for shooting Ralph Yarl.
They
authorities
just
have
don't
issued an arrest warrant for Andrew. His bond has been set at $200,000. He is not in custody, but will keep you updated.
He can pay to get out. $200,000. All you gotta do is pay $20,000. Somebody gonna defend him.
Oh yeah.
And you know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be one of them Republican donors that make sure everything is right, and they're gonna defend this 80-year-old man.
Did you see her on Anderson Cooper? Her and the guy. Something didn't sit right with me in that interview. Did you see that interview?
Survivor arrested for knowingly taking her child to a fight, says authorities. But happened before kidnapping. Oh, now they want to throw the dirt on her name.
Yeah, but I'm saying, did you watch that interview with her? And
I seen something.
It just did. So
it was 2 guys that got killed.
Yes, and then her.
I thought it was 2 girls and a.
I told y'all that it wasn't that. It was 2 guys. I even told y'all it was never a girl that got killed. And y'all kept telling, oh yes it was, yes it was. No, it was 2. It was only one woman who went, and she was the only woman. And it was 2 guys that got killed.
See, that's why I kept thinking, like, when you kept saying it's something to this case, you said the milk ain't clean, and I just like, wait a minute, but it's 2 guys, 2 girls. Mm-mm. So it was, and that's what I said, no, it was a guy and a girl that got killed.
And I kept saying it was.
And you said it was 2 guys, yep.
But she and the other guy survived, and the guy that survived on his thing, and they were telling a story, and she was saying how when they were in the room with one guy, when she was in the room with one guy, she said she kept saying that she was sorry for getting him involved and having him come, and he kept saying no, it's not her fault, and then he ended up dying. But just listening to them tell the story just didn't seem right to me. It just didn't seem. It seemed like they was holding back a lot of information. Yeah. It just seemed like they were holding back. But hey,
yeah. You know, guess who won't be driving to Mexico? Me.
I don't know nobody who does drive to Mexico.
No. If I go to Mexico, it's by air or by land.
That was red flag number 1 to me.
About
who drives from South Carolina to Mexico?
Yeah, that's a hell of a drive.
That's a hell of a drive. You know who drives to South Carolina to Mexico? People who don't want to take that shit back on a plane. Guess who does that?
Well,
that's who does that. Because who does that?
Everybody. Thank you.
I don't know nobody who drives from South Carolina to Mexico.
Well, you know what?
South Carolina to Mexico is not even. They're not even a country in the state that's next to each other.
Would you take a drive from Philadelphia to Miami?
No, because Miami is far in Florida.
It's like a 1,000-mile drive.
It's the southern part of Florida. No. If it was northern Florida. It was northern Florida. But it's southern. So you still gotta drive all the way through Florida. Fuck no. No, I don't. No.
No. Okay.
You know, my church used to do stuff like that.
Yeah, we used to go to Orlando, Florida and stuff.
My church used to do that. My church back in the day used to drive from Philly to Florida. On bus trips. The farthest I ever drove on a bus trip, the farthest I ever went on a bus trip was from Philly to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Now that's like a 10-hour drive.
Yeah, and that's about
years ago
from where my family.
Yeah, but see, years ago when we used to go with my church, we used to always leave at night. So the driver, so we would be driving all through the night. So we'd be sleeping on a fucking bus. You know what I mean? Right. So most of the time you're asleep, so you don't really, you know. But now they supposedly changed the laws where you can't, the drivers can't drive at night anymore.
They have to,
well, not past 12 hours, but it's that they can't drive. Like for instance, from what I was told, now I may be different bus companies, but this one bus company, when I called them for whatever reason, they told me that if you were going, let's say you're going to South Carolina from Philly, instead of you leaving at 12 midnight, they tell you, I was told you can't do that anymore. That they changed the law over the years that the drivers can't do that. Now, I found that to be not true.
I'm about to say the megabus is still out there.
Yeah, but I don't think megabuses drive at 2 o'clock in the morning either. Or overnight.
Keep going.
But apparently they can't do that. Well, I'm telling you, Dan story, you go to the bathroom. Come on, let's cut this off because I got to go.
Come on, I'm listening.
No, bitch, turn the damn camera off. I'll tell you why the camera's off. But what I was saying
Everybody thank you for
watching. But what I was saying is, they